So let's start. So can anyone recap what happened, like what we did last week, and what did you learn? Can anyone chime in?
We learned about Numpy.
Numpy, okay.
We learned about
Numpy and the arrays. Okay.
We learned about coding arrays in Numpy.
Okay. And how was the homework? Was it okay to? Was it okay or not bad? Okay.
Easy.
Easy. Good. Okay, so we need to learn the basics of Numpy because that is the foundation of any other packages that we are going to study. That's why we are going to, today also we are going to talk about Numpy, and today's agenda we are going to talk about how we are going to import the file from CSV, how we can analyze the data, how we can sort the data. So whatever we can do, data manipulation with array, that's what we are going to see today. Okay, let's dive in to the code. So okay, here is mine. So here, I provided you with the resource link, and this resource link is really handy. I really highly recommend you to go over this resource link and learn more about Numpy. Whatever we are going to do in the class, it is really a small portion. Numpy is a big area, but we are going to cover only for 2 classes. So I highly recommend you to dive in and have a hands-on experience more with Numpy. Okay. As usual, we are going to import Numpy as Numpy, and today we may need to use the random function. That's why I'm importing random function from Numpy. Within Numpy, you may have multiple libraries. Okay. So we will be learning about that later. And to start with, if you're going to use Collab, I'm going to give this in the chat function. Okay, so this is the code that you need in order to import the files in Collab. But if you're using Anaconda, if you're using Jupyter Notes or any other IDE, the process is different. Since our classes are talking about Collab, I'm providing you with the Collab notes, and can you all copy this code to your Collab notes? And when you execute it, it will ask you to choose a file. Okay, and we are going to export a CSV file to Numpy. Okay, let me know when you're done with this first part, like if, adding this note code in your Collab notes. So what we are doing is we are calling a function within Collab. We are calling a function, and we are calling as import files. That's what we are calling. And so what it will do is, it is going to ask you when you are going to run, it is going to give you an option to choose a file from your system. Okay, so what here we can choose the file. When you're going to click and choose the file, you can go ahead and choose the file that you already saved, any CSV file. I already saved some files, so I'm just going to choose this random number. Okay, and now I have this random number here, right? So my next step is I'm going to have, you're going to import one more function, import IO, and you're going to open the file. This is the code to open the file. Then you're going to load that file into NumPy array. So in order to open the file into NumPy array, we are going to use this function, load text function. Okay.
Wait, can you scroll up a little bit?
Yeah, one moment. Let me give you this one and I will scroll up. So in the chat, I provided this comments too. So yeah, I scrolled up. So whatever CSV file you have in your system, you can use it. If you don't have a CSV file, try to create one. Are you good with these two?
How do we create a CSV file?
Okay, so when you go to Excel, you can just type in some numbers. Like right now, we are going to just talk about like a one dimension array. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just say, okay, I want something like equal to rand between. I'm going to use this function in Excel, rand between. Okay, and I'm going to use like I want something from 1 to 500. I want some values between randomly generated values between 1 to 500. So when I do that, it is going to create some values for me. Okay. And after you create this file and save as, and you can choose the location wherever you want to choose. Okay, I'm going to choose here. And here you are going to save this as CSV.
Yeah, I'm working on a Chromebook, not on Windows. So.
Oh, okay. There are some ways that you can do with a Google file, like Google Sheets. You can go like search up and find it, because a lot of the files that we are going to use is CSV file. Even in your Kaggle competition, whatever the projects that we are going to do, it is going to be part of your CSV. So I'm not sure how you can get it, but I highly recommend to get that. Or if anyone can, like if anyone used Google Chrome, like a Chrome notebook, and they know how to create a CSV file, please chime in.
I'm pretty sure you can actually do the exact same thing in Google Sheets. You just have to click File, then Download, and it should give you an option to download it as a CSV file.
Oh, so Google Sheet will give you that. Let's do that check. So let's go to Drive, and I'm going to create a new sheet. Okay, let's do that. Okay, I'm going to here download.
No, you have to click on File in the top bar.
File, okay.
There's Download, yeah, and then you just scroll to the other options in there.
Oh, CSV. Okay, here. So then you can save this in your desktop and do it, right? Thank you for chiming in. So is it helpful? Can you do with a Google spreadsheet and create a CSV file? Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back.
Yeah, I'm
good. Okay, let me go back to my Excel document. So I have this, right? So I am going to, like, when you click on this one, save as, and you're going to save as a CSV file. So my CSV is here. I'm going to name it as just book one and save it. Then I'm going to close it, okay? And I'm going to come back to my NumPy, and here I'm going to run it again. I'm going to choose the file I created now. So I'm going to choose the file. See, book one. Okay, so I have book one, right? So now here you're going to, after you uploaded that, after you created the CSV file, and after you have code to get the file, what you're going to do is you're going to like open the file. So here the file name, you're just going to change the file name, book one. So when I'm going to run it, it is going to, okay, it is end. Okay, let's do that. What's oh, NP is not defined because I haven't done this import function yet. So that's why it's erroring out. See, if you look at that, the name NP is not defined. So whenever you're starting, you need to start with importing NumPy, okay, in a new Jupyter notebook. So I think when I'm going to run it, it will work. See, it is working. This is how you can import a CSV file in Collab. Are you all good with this one? So what we are doing is first, we are calling a function within the Collab to import the files. Then it is giving us option to choose the file. After you choose the file, you're going to open the file. So this is the command to open the file. After you open it, you're going to load this. You're going to load this data to this array. Okay, this is the NumPy array. You're going to load it. So once you load it, it is ready for the analysis. Are you all with me until you load the file?
Almost.
Almost? Okay. Do you need time?
Like 1 minute.
Yes, please.
Okay. Yeah, finish it and let me know. If you're stuck, let me know where you are stuck. I can talk through that again.
Okay.
Could you copy and paste this part too in the chat?
Yeah, this one. Yeah.
Also, where do I
So,
find the file?
can you repeat your question?
Where do I find the file?
You're going to create a file. So you're going to create a file. So you can either create from Excel, you can just open an Excel and create a file, or you can go ahead and Google Sheet and create a Google Sheet and download as a CSV file.
Mine isn't working.
Does it have to be all numbers or anything like that?
I cannot hear you well. Can you please speak louder?
Does the file have to only contain numbers?
The file you can the file you can create from Excel, or you can create in the Google Sheet. See, this is the sheet I created with Google.
Is there any rule as to what sort of file, like what sort of characters are allowed? Like, am I allowed?
No,
like, am I allowed?
Just create. Yeah, go ahead.
Am I allowed to use letters or anything like that?
You don't like, we are creating an array, right? So I just want you to type in some numbers, or you're creating a random numbers. Remember, NumPy is a homogeneous data. So we don't want any header or anything. If you're having any other values of the header or anything, you're going that it is going to fail. So because we are explicitly saying the int here, see, we are saying it is going to be explicitly int. So that means it is not going to import. So for right now, just do with the numbers, no strings or no other data type. Okay, we are just going to work with the integers now. Okay, not even a decimal number. Got it?
Yeah.
It's not working for me.
It's not working. What's the error message?
It says invalid literal for int with base 10.
Do you mind sharing your screen?
Yeah.
Okay, let me give the control. Okay, let me stop sharing and you can how do I stop sharing? Okay. Do you want to start the sharing now? I pass my sharing.
Disabled participant screen sharing.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, all participants. I changed to all participants, and can you try now?
Now it says you can't start screen share while the other participant is sharing.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you do now?
Yeah, I think so. 1 second.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Meda. So what it is doing? So print array. So how many? Can you open your CSV file? Oh, can you just do one column right now? You can delete other columns. Yeah, just for now, you can delete one. We just have one column and delete others. And
Also, how do I delete all of them?
oh, go to column B, select column B, the whole thing. Yeah, and Control Shift right arrow. Control Shift right arrow, right click, delete. Right click, delete. Yeah. Then save it now. Yeah, save it now. Save the file again. Just save. Yeah, save it. Yes. And let's try it again. Okay.
Okay. So do I do this again?
Yeah. Choose the file. Okay, then run this one. Okay, I'm seeing the same error message. Oh, the path. You don't need to open the path. You just need the file name. You don't need that. Yeah, you just need the file name. Yeah, just try it again. No, it is in the second one. ND delimiter value error. It is in line number 4. You have an issue.
Now instead of just CSV.
Oh, can you repeat your question? Okay, you're using the Jupyter Notes, right?
Oh no, I'm using Collab.
Collab. It looks a little different to me.
Do I need to delete this one and then use this one with the 1 or something?
Yeah, probably. But when you're choosing it, what you're choosing from the other. So it's not with the file. It is something to do with this. Here, convert each value account and back. Invalid return int. It is in the int. Can you? Okay. So can you comment on line number 4 and just execute line number 5? Yeah.
Ask
And
him to open
yeah.
the file. It may have some, what do you call? It may have some non-printable character.
Oh, okay. In the
Because
file
the way
itself?
it says, yeah, the way it says, UF, EF, whatever, 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
It looks like some Unicode character has gotten into that.
Oh, can you probably, can you create a file again? Let's start from there and save it as the right format. Let's try that. File, save as, file, save as, and yes, here, the CSV. Choose the common
Remove
CSV.
that save file type. Save type.
Yeah, save type. Yeah, this is, click that. You need to choose the CSV. See, like come to the bottom, you see CSV, right? Comma delimited. Yeah, the next above one. The CSV. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Click that.
The UTF-8.
Yeah, probably that's the reason. Yeah. Save it as with a different name so we know which file we are working on.
Should I save a Google Sheets as a CSV?
Yeah, save it. Just save it. And let's do the code again. Go to your, yes, click yes. And go to your code again. Okay, run this one and choose the file. The last one, yeah. Open. and change the file name here. See file name, no, the line number 3, yeah, file name. Yeah, run it now. Yeah, see, can you see this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you look at that, Medha, can you just continue sharing? I want to show one more thing. If you look at that, she executed code line number 5, right? We are not saying the dimension of it. So what it does is it created just in one array, right? See, it's just with one line. And can you now comment line number 5 and execute line number 4? You can see the difference between that. See, it is different. See, now you can try with multiple lines, try with multiple rows. You can do that, multiple rows, multiple columns. You can try that. Okay. So are you good, Medha?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone have issues?
How do I save my file as a CSV?
You want to share your screen, Jonathan? Okay, so no, I think you need to have, can you go to the Google Doc again and let's start from the beginning? Go to your Google Doc. Okay, here, I think file, go to file and scroll down and download. Oh, scroll down, see download. You see download, right? In the middle of your screen. Go, yeah, download the CSV, CSV. And then, yeah, save that file, yeah, in somewhere, like, I'm not sure, I think it will be in your downloads. So now go to your Collab. And here, so yeah, let's do, I think you need to have like 2 different, yeah, click this code, let's see. Yeah.
I think he can directly use it.
Okay.
He has to okay, the content, yeah.
Content, I'm not sure whether we need that. Choose file. And choose that from your download.
The choose file is going to be from his local drive. He need not, because it's already visible to the, the
thing.
Okay. Yeah.
So then I think he don't need that first 3 line of code, right? He can just
cancel
cancel it. And you can directly, comment first 3 lines.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, does he know the import IO? Yeah, so now it is working. So whatever you created in CSV, it is loaded. So once you have the file directly there, you don't need that first step then. So are you all with me so far? You are able, yeah, go ahead.
Wait, excuse me. So like what 3 lines do we make as comments? Because I'm doing it on sheets too.
Okay, so for the first 3 lines, do you mind sharing your screen? We can look into it.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see your screen. So, okay. So you just need this, the second code. You don't need the first code. Yeah, click this one, and you may need to. Where is your file? The CSV file. Is it in your local drive or sheet?
Yeah, no. So I took my Google Sheet, I converted it into a CSV, and I uploaded it into the code here.
Can you open your CSV? Let's look at that. Okay.
Here. So this was like, okay, actually, you know.
Okay. Okay.
So this was like the CSV file I had
Okay.
that I uploaded.
So it's in the I go back to your CSV file. Column D is blank. Can you add some values to it?
Okay.
We are just trying to have vanilla version for now. Let's see. Save it and let's see what's happening. Download. Yeah, CSV. Okay.
If you're well within Docs, Google Docs, you don't need to do all these things.
Okay. Can you go to your code and show the code, the collab?
Okay.
Okay. So Balaji, he don't need the first part, right? He can just go with the
Correct.
second part, right? Yeah.
Correct.
And
It's
but
only if he has a file in from his laptop, local laptop, he has to do. If
Okay.
they are creating directly in Google Docs, the first step can be skipped.
But the code line number 2, path open, he needs that path, right? The content.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
Can you click on the folder icon there on the left side? Let's see whether the file is already there. Go to the left and there is a file icon. No, don't worry about this thing.
Yeah, next to your the red. No, can you see the red circle in your screen that shows on the in the middle of the screen? Next, like into the left of it, you see a folder option. See on the left, like next to the that one. Yeah, that is the one. Is this the right one? Right? Yeah, here.
Yeah. Now you have several of them. Which one you need?
I just need this one.
No, I think the first one, I believe, go to the top. Okay, go to your spreadsheet. Go to the spreadsheet. Okay, now go to that untitled spreadsheet. Can you go to that? Click on that. On the top of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there. Rename it to something what Visa is showing. Put something. My data. Usually we don't use the space and whatnot. That's fine. Okay. Okay, my data. Okay, don't do anything. Leave it. It gets auto saved.
Yeah.
Then go where?
Go to Collab. Go to Collab. Why it's not showing here? No, did you save it? Can you save it once?
Yeah, I need to save it here.
If you want, you can access directly from your Google Drive if you need to.
That is exactly correct. Okay,
Like
now
when you
Google
click
Drive.
on the icon.
Otherwise, you can try to refresh it on the top. Try to refresh it. There is a circle, right? Yeah, click that one and refresh.
There's like the Google Drive icon in the files right now, and you can click on that and go directly to his Google Drive. It's like when you see files, like go down and then that one. Yeah, you click on that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, he needs to connect. Okay. Connect. Yeah, you need to connect to Google Drive. Yes.
Yeah, but I downloaded this to my local laptop. So
a local laptop. Then we can start from the. Okay. Why the icon is different now?
Click open the drive. No, I'm sorry. Double click the drive on the top. There it is. Sample data. Sample data. Below that you have drive. One above. Yeah, just double click that. It's going to open the folder. Oh shoot. Okay, I think it's going. Okay, it's a root file system. Okay. Refresh it. Refresh it again.
Okay.
There is a folder refresh option. You know, if you see this, okay. Are you using Chromebook or a real laptop?
I'm using Chromebook.
Yeah, Chromebook is a little, you know, I don't know how you guys save it, but that's fine. Now click on the folder icon on the left side. We don't have the file. Okay. We're going to do one thing. It's somehow it is
I think
disconnected.
I think if I upload it onto the code, it'll come on the side, on the folder file.
Okay, from your laptop, you could try
Drive.
that. You try that.
Here, let me try something.
Yeah, try that. Let's see.
Oh, okay, that's how it comes. So my data sheet is there on the top, bottom of the screen. You got that?
Yeah, I got it here.
No, it's
Actually,
my files. Yeah, files download. There it is. Just click that guy.
The last one.
Yeah, here, let me just.
No, double click
here, let me
that
just.
file. No, double click that. You're already there. I think there are so many folders open.
Yeah. Here, give me one.
Just
second.
double click the
I don't know
bottom
why
portion.
it's
You
not-
have it, right? Just double click that.
Yeah, I have
Double
it.
click. Just double click
Alright.
that. Okay. Close. There are several, you know, file or dialogues are there.
Oh, it's leading me to a new. Let me try like dragging it. Here, there we go.
Okay, you got that file now. Okay, good.
Yeah. Now, yeah, go to your second set of code, change that open file, yeah, to that. Yeah. And try now. Let's see. Okay,
All right.
so you're good. Okay, good work, good work. So we all, so are you all able to import the file to Numpy? So you all have some kind of array, right? In the Numpy. So let's start then. So I'm going to start share my screen again. So we all have something like this. We have some array in your, you already read something from your CSV file that you saved. Then what we can do is we can do some analysis over here. So with the data, whatever you created, you can just do like whatever we did in the first class. We learned statistics, right? What is minimum, what is max. So we can do all the analysis here. I'm going to copy and paste the code here. So try to do that. So you'll find the minimum value, maximum value, mean, sum, and all the statistics, the descriptive statistics for the file you loaded to the Numpy array. Okay. Can you all try this? After you load your file, just try to get the statistics, like the descriptive statistics of this array you created. So these are the functions we are using: min, max, mean, sum, and standard. These are the functions in the NumPy we are going to use to analyze the data. Are you all good? Okay, when you're done, then let's go to the next topic. We can sort the array. We can sort the array. What is sorting? Can you just tell what is sorting?
You can say like least to greatest or like greatest to least or something like that.
Yeah, we are going to arrange in a particular order sorting, right? So in NumPy, we can only sort by the ascending order. We cannot do a sort by descending order. So in NumPy, what we can do, we can sort it in the ascending order. Then we can use the reverse function to sort it in the descending order. Okay, so we can do the same thing. You have this array, right? So the code is here. I am going to type this code. You can use your array to sort it. Okay, let me type the code.
So like the NP sort functions, like it sorts
Yes,
the array in
sorts
what
the
order?
array. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So I have this array, right? I have this array. If I want to sort this array, I'm going to, the array name is just array. So let's do that. So sort, let's do one more time. Sort array 1. Is equal to np dot, np dot sort. We are going to use that. And you're going to give the name. So I'm going to sort this array so that my array name is, see, whatever I saved here is array. So I'm going to use that here. Okay. So sort is the function and you're passing the name of the array. And then it is going to, you can print this one. Okay. So let's do that. So it is going to give me the whatever that I did, like, but see, if you look at that, it is not sorting because it is this, each one is an array. Let's do in a different way. One moment. I think I will change it here. I want this one. So it is going to be in one dimension and I'm going to see this dimension. Then I'm going to sort it. Let's do it here. See, now it is sorted. See, because the other one, it was 2 dimensions. So it's a different process. For 1 dimension, you can just see it is sorted now. You have that. And if you want to reverse it, you're going to use this reverse function. See, you're going to use this one in order to get the descending order. So let's do that. Reverse array 1.
So the reverse array like puts the it forms the array like all the elements will be in a descending order.
Descending order, yes, exactly. So it is not a function. What we are doing is we are using a slicing. We are using a list slicing function. See, this is the list slicing function to reverse it. Okay, let's do this one more time. I'm going to print this one, right? The reverse array. So let's do that. So the first one, see, the first one is the array that printed in the ascending order. The second one is printed in the descending order. In NumPy sort, there is no way we can, it cannot sort in the descending order. That's why there is a workaround. We are using the list slicing function. See, we are slicing it. What we are saying is we want to print that in the reverse order. Yeah, go ahead.
So for both the ascending and descending order, it's like both of the same functions. Like, when do we know that we're doing in descending order when we're doing in ascending order?
So for this is the ascending order. If you look at that, this is the ascending order. See, this one is ascending order. Okay, and this is the descending. So you'll see the difference. Give me a moment. Let me mark it down. So if for ascending, you are using a sort function. Can you see np.sort? Okay,
Yeah.
and for reversing, there is no function. So what we are doing is you're printing your array in a reverse order. So when you use this, like when you are like, this is the way you can reverse a list. I think we already in the Python class,
So is it because so since there's like no function that'll split the array into like ascending order, you just reverse the previous orders to make a descending.
Yes, exactly. That's what we are doing. So there is no function, direct function to do the descending order. So what we are doing is we are taking the sorted array in ascending order and we are reversing it to get it in the descending order.
Got it, thank you.
Yeah, that's a good question. So are you good with sorting the arrays? Okay, let's go to sorting the 2-dimension array. It is the same thing. You can use that sort function. Like if it is a 2-dimension, you see, this is a 2-dimension because you see that, right? You have like, this is the first, like this is the row, first row 1, row 2, and we have 3 columns. Let me print that too to show you that. So the same thing here. See, if you look at that, see, it is a 2-dimension array. When you're sorting the 2-dimension array, we are going to use the same function np sort, and we are passing the argument whatever array you want to sort. So it is the same things. And what it is going to do is it is going to sort by row. See, can you see? It is going to sort this first row, then it is going to sort the second row. So when you're sorting the 2-dimension array, that's what's going to happen. Any questions on this one?
So what is the sort doing? So is it like ordering the numbers like
Ordering the numbers, from the ascending. So it is like, if you see here, like 3, 2, 4, what is the smallest number in this one?
It's doing
2.
3,
4,
got it, thank you.
Are you good with sorting?
So for the 2D array, how did you say it sorts again?
It is going to sort by the rows. It is going to start with the first row. See, it is going to start with like, it is start looking at this one, 3, 2, 4, which is the smallest 2, then 3, 4. So if you, I think this is the way, one moment, give me one, this will give you clear picture. Okay. So let's do it. So you will see, this is the original array, 3, 2, 4, and this is the sorted array. So what it is going to is, it is going to sort based on the row level. First, it is going to take the first row and it is going to sort it, okay? It is sorting the first one, then it is going to the second row and it is going to sort the second row. For the 2-dimension, it is going to do like that. Any questions? So this is the original array. See, this is the original array I created. Okay, this is the array I created. Let me give this one to you so you can play with it. I typed the code there. Just see that. So if you are, let's say I'm going to add one more level to it. So I'm going to add one more row to that. So I have 9, 4, 5. So let's do the same thing, okay? So this is my first array, right? This is the array I created. Then it is sorting it. It is sorting one row at a time. See, one row at a time, it is sorting and it is going to print it. Let's say, where do you want to sort this? When you're saying, let's say you want to assign the rank to for a set of students, you may want to sort by the score, right? So you want to sort all the students' score in descending order. So the highest score will be the first rank, and the next highest will be the second rank. Just like that, you need to sort that. Sometimes you need to sort the data in order to come up with some logic. So that's why we are using the sort function. Are you clear with the sorting?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the next one. So we can append. What does append means? It is you're going to add append is what it is going to do is, in the set of data, it is going to add the new set to the end. Let's say I have my array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, my first array. My second array is the 7 and 8. If I want to append it, let's say I want to add. Append means it's just adding it. So what it is going to do is adding. It's not literally adding. It is going to add the data to the other array. So the new array will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. So it is going to add to the end of the array. Okay, let me send this one to you, and you can play with this one.
So the append function kind of combines two arrays?
Yes, kind of. So we have other function also, concatenate. See, so we have we can append or we can concatenate also. So these are the functions that we can use to make our array bigger, or to combine two arrays. Okay. So first is the append function. In the append, we are just passing the argument, see, two arrays. Whereas in the concatenate, what we are doing is we are passing the argument in a tuple. See, this is a tuple, right? We are passing the argument in the tuple. That's the difference. Can you see the difference between the append and the concatenate function? So you have one more, we are passing in tuple, this one. That is the only difference here. So concatenate, what it will do, it will, it is also kind of append. It is going to combine everything together. Let's say I have array 5, array 6. Let's say I want more. So I want array 2. And I want array 3. So what it is going to do is it's going to get, it is going to combine all these arrays together. So see, it is going to combine everything. So let's do this one. This is the concatenate, right? I'm going to just. So you can use append or concatenate. So append is always going to add it to the end. And let's see. Give me a moment. You want to find the difference, right? Let's see. So I'm going to say array 1, 2 is equal to np dot array. So I want append. I'm not sure we will be able to append a 3 at a time. Let's try that. Okay. See, that's the difference. You asked for the difference, right? So append, you can just do 2, whereas the append, concatenate, you can do with the multiple arrays. So you see the difference, right?
All right. So appending is just combining only two arrays, and
two arrays.
Concatenate,
yes.
And concatenate is the same thing but multiple arrays. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Are you good? Good question, Kevin. So you need to know where you are using which function, right? So you need to find the difference between those. What is the like? Yeah, go ahead.
So for append and concatenate, if you have duplicate values, it always shows up for both of them, or does it only show for the concatenate?
It is not going to look into duplicates. It's going to get everything. See, for example, here, what we are going to do is we are going to get everything. See, when you're concatenating array and array2, see, this is the array and array2. See, 1, 2, and when you're concatenating, it is going to give everything. See, 8, 9, 10. It is adding everything, right? See, it is going to add everything. So whereas here concatenating also same thing, right? Array 5, 6, 2, 3. So it is adding the whole thing. It is not looking at any duplicates or anything. Whatever it is the original, it is just adding to it.
Okay.
So are you good with this append function and concatenate function? Okay, so we talked about append and concatenate. Now we can delete any items from your array. So deleting is based on the index. So you need to know like what index that you're going to delete. Then you will be able to find it. Let's see. Let me open an Excel and you'll do that. Okay, so I have an array. Let's say I have an array. Something like this. Okay, I have an array. Okay, so this is the array, right? This is the array. So what is the index? So index is the place that it is in the array. So it always starts with 0. Okay, and the last index will be the length minus 1. Okay, so let's see this. So this is the index, the first one. So this is the index, okay? And this is the array. So if I have my array something like that, the index is going to be this, okay? So in the index always starts with 0. Index is nothing but the position, or it is the name of the position that it is in the array. This it indicates the position where that element is in the array, okay? So for deleting any items from an array, you need to know the index. Let's say if you want to delete number 7, what will be your index?
6.
6, exactly. So let me do it in a different way because it is kind of confusing here. Let's do this. I have like my numbers are something like that. Okay, 12, 13. Give me a moment. I'm just creating a new array, so I'm not confusing you with the numbers and the index. So let's say I have my array like this, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, something. Like I have my array here. So what is the index of number 15?
3.
3, yes, that's right. So in order to delete 15, you need to pass the value 3. That means you're saying delete any element that is in the index 3. So that is what you're going to use for the delete function. So what here, see, if you look at that, let's do this. See, I'm going to give you this. Let me send you this.
So the delete function kind of deletes an element that is in a particular index.
Particular index, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you need to know what is the index. So before that, here, let me print that array first. Okay, so you will know the difference. So see, you can see the difference. See, we have one for array number 5. I have 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want to delete the index, like in array number 4, I want to delete index 3 and 4. So what is 3 and 4 here?
It's items 4 and 5.
Yeah, items 4 and 4 and so it is deleting that. Why it is 5? Give me a moment. I think I'm seeing the same thing, right? One moment. Why it is? Oh, array 5 is here, and I'm deleting. Okay, let me call it as array 10. Okay. Yeah, here 10. 1 moment. Let's do this. Yeah. Why it is not deleting 3 and 4? Because it is the same thing, right? Before and after, it is the same thing. But here it is working. Give me a moment. Array 5. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to delete array number, like I want to delete item number 7. Let's do this one. NP10, I want to delete, but NP delete array 4. Okay, that's the issue. Give me a moment. I'm working on different arrays here. See, here I'm looking at array 5, and here I'm looking at array 4. That's the reason. See, now you can see this. See, this is the array. So this is the array, and I want to delete that something in 7th position. So what is 7th position here? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the 10th position. So it is, sorry, it is in the 7th position. So it is going to delete this item. And let's try the other one, 3, 4. So I'm going to send you this new code. The old code is not like, I'm not using the same array. So here I'm working on array number 5. The array number 5, I want to delete item number 3 and 4. So item number 3 and 4 is the 6 and 7, right? Because it is, this is the index number 3 and this is index number 4. So I want to delete it. When I delete it, see, this is the new array. So it is going to give you this one. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm doing the same thing. So if I'm taking this array, and if I'm going to delete just one number, you can just do this one. If you're going to do multiple indexes, you use this. You are passing a list. Okay. If you're going to just delete one item, you can just pass whatever the item you're going to delete. Does it make sense? I'm taking the same array. So I'm going to take the same array. Okay. Here I am deleting multiple items. In this code, I'm deleting just one item. Any questions? Are you able to follow? Can you see the difference here? Any questions in the deleting? Okay, the deleting is always based on the array, okay? Sorry, based on the index. Shall we move to the next one? Okay, let's move. So then let's say you want to know what like where the value like if there is a value like where function that will tell us the you can use the where function to search the items within the array. So so this is my array. So what I'm saying is I want to know what are the indexes where number 4 is there. What are the indexes where number 4 is here? So I see these are the indexes, right? So here it is going to be in position 3, position 5, and 6. So this where function is going to tell me, it is going to search within the array, and it is going to tell which the value of the array. So I'm going to check the it is going to give us the index. So this we can use this to delete, or if you want to, we can use this var function to delete. Let's say you want to delete something, you can use this function. So let's do this. So we have the np delete, right? So we can pass this one. So we can use this one, right? So let's say I'm going to say y is equal to np dot delete.
What does x equal n that one?
This one, it is going to tell me what the values. It is going to find me where number 4 is.
Okay.
So let's see. Array, comma, I want yes.
So the where function tells you like what index holds a particular, what index
Yes.
is holds a
Yes,
particular item.
particular value. Exactly, you're right. See. So here, what I did is I found, so let's say I have my array here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 4. I want to delete number 4, okay? And it is in multiple, this array is very small array, right? If you have like tons of data and you want to delete a particular function, what you can do is you can find the indexes of it. Okay, then you can use that index. You can pass that index in the delete function. So in this way, you can this is the function to find the indexes. The where is function to find the indexes. Then we can pass that function in order to delete that particular value. Are you good?
For the array, and then you have comma x. Instead of the x, could we like put the index values if we wanted to?
Yeah, you can do that.
So it doesn't have
But
to
the
be
thing is,
just one. It can be multiple values instead of the x.
so can you repeat your question?
So instead of the index of x, where you, yeah, right there. So could you, instead of doing that, could you say like index of, and then list the indexes where you want to delete stuff?
Yeah, you can do that. See, that's what we did here, right? This is where we did. We passed the indexes. So this is the other way. Let's say here in this case, you know how like index, you know, because the array is small, you know what you want to delete. But let's say you have hundreds and thousands of numbers and you don't know which position it is there, then we can combine this var function and delete function to delete a particular value.
Okay.
I'm sorry. So by like combining the where and delete function, what do you do?
So by combining the var and the delete function, let's say I have a big array, very big array here. Okay, I want to delete just one particular item. So I don't know what are the indexes it is there. So first I'm using this var function to find the index. then I'm passing that value in the delete function. So I will be, so if when you're working with a big set of numbers, this will be really handy. Right now, you're just working with these numbers. Now you know the indexes where you want to delete, right? Sometimes it is too big for you to find the index. So there, where you can combine the var function and delete function to manipulate the data.
Okay. So like X will show you the indexes, and then Y will delete it.
Yes,
and then Y will like
exactly.
delete the index.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. See, X, this is the X, right? So let's do this. Okay. So print X, X is going to show the indexes, right? So what it is going to do is it is going to give this index. So number 4 is in position 3, position 5, and position 6. Then you are going to delete, you are using the delete function to delete number 4 from this array. So after deleting number 4, it is going to be this. Okay, so you can combine the var and delete function in order to delete the or you can whatever you want to manipulate, you can manipulate it. So this var is really handy when you want to know the indices of the array, certain characters in the array. Are you good? So same thing here. Here we are finding we have an array. We can find whether it is an even number. We can find it just by passing this var. See, let me give you this. So when you let's say you want to find only odd numbers, what do you need to do? So this is for the even number, right? Okay. Okay, then I'm going to say y is equal to the same thing, np dot var array mod 2 equal to 1. So now it will give you the odd numbers. Print odd numbers. See? Oh, I think it's fetched. Give me a moment. Okay, this is np var is equal to 2. What's happening here?
Isn't it because it's giving the indexes? So like the indexes of the even numbers would be 1, 3, 5, and 7.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Thank you. So this is going to be 0, and this is going to be 1. This is going to be, yeah. So it is going to give the index. It is not going to give me the values. In order to avoid the confusion, let's do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to add just 1 into it, so we are not confusing with, I'm not confusing with the numbers on the indices. Okay, so I'm just going to add something in front of it. Okay. Yeah. Now, yeah. So what it is going to do is it is going to give the it is going to give the indices. It is not going to give the values. It is going to give where the even numbers are positioned in the array. Okay, so the even numbers are positioned in the index 0, index 1, index 3, index 5, and 7. Okay, so you can, because always the var function is going to give you the index. Okay, are you good?
So when you use the where function, you always have to put a condition in, and you can't put like a value in there.
Yes, so you're going to find it, right? You want to know what it is. So let's say if I want to know, I'm going to say z is equal to t dot var. Array, comma, array is equal to, I want where the array is equal to, let's say I want, what value you want to find? 54, let's say 54, array is equal to 54. So it is going to get me what the position of number 54, okay? So you're going to give a condition. You're going to find a condition, okay? So whatever the condition, so it is going to give me 3 because it is going to be in the third position. 54 is in the third position. Okay. Any questions? So where condition, where is going to give the index of the element in an array? Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we talked about the where condition, right? Then the filtering condition, I think we can take a little break and we can talk about filtering and indexing and slicing. It is going to be a little heavy. So let's take a break. Let's come back at 11:10 PST, okay? Okay. Let's start, and right now we are going to talk about the slicing and positioning. Let me share my screen and we'll go. Okay. So far we talked about how you're filtering an array, deleting, sorting, and we talked about all the data manipulation. Right now we are going to talk about how we can filter for a particular value in the array. So the var function was telling you the indexes, right? When you're filtering, it is giving you the indexes, whereas this we can use like the function to filter an array. So here is my example. I have an array here. I want to know all the items that were greater than 42. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use this one. Like I'm going to see just greater than function, and this 40, I'm typing the value 42. So the new array is going to give me any values in the array that is greater than 44. Okay. So this is, you can just filter the array by just, if it is for the filtering the array by the values. Okay. So let me send to everyone the code. So this is another way of filtering the array. Okay. The var function is going to give you the indexes, but you can just directly filter the array. You got list of booleans. It is going to give the whole value. See, it is going to give me. So it is going to check if this is greater than 42 and any values that is greater than 42. So if the argument is true, it is going to give me the values here.
So what does the filter array do?
Here, see this one. We are just filtering directly on the array. We are checking like, so this is my first array. My second array is whatever that the values from this one, I'm going to check whatever that is greater than 42, I want to print it in the new array. You can do this condition, you can use this operator to filter it directly on the array. So let's say filter array.
So when it does the filter, I mean the array is greater than 42, does it like find the indexes and then after that you do array of the indexes and then you're printing the array?
No, we can filter. One moment. Let me do this one. And let's try this. Font. Let's see. Yeah, you're right. So it is giving the Boolean value. Then what we are doing is we are passing the Boolean value for this one, and we are going to print it. Yeah. So what Darren is, it is going to give you the Boolean value. So it is going to tell you whether it is true or false. See, can you see this difference here? If I'm just going to filter this, sorry, if I'm going to just print this one, it is going to tell me this. The condition here we are checking is less, like we are going to check for anything that is less than 42. So what it is doing is it is checking whether it is less than 42. Only for this one, it is less than 42. The remaining are greater than 42. Then what we are doing is we are passing that Boolean value and we are checking, we are printing only anything that is true here. See, let's do for both. So here what we are doing is filtering. You are getting the Boolean value for the operator. Okay. And here in the next code, we are going to pass it, pass the Boolean value and get the, here what we are doing is we are passing the Boolean value.
Excuse me, what does Boolean mean?
Boolean is we are checking whether it is true or false. So here I have 4 values, right? Okay, the first conditions, let's do print both. Let's do this one. Give me a moment. That will show you the difference. Print filter array 1 I want. So you can see the difference between both. See, the first I'm asking anything greater than 42. So what's happening is anything greater than 42, these two are greater than 42, right? So it is checking whether this, checking against each element, and it is creating a Boolean. Boolean is just true or false, whether the condition it's true or false. That is the data type for Boolean, okay? And first we are checking whether it is 42, it's greater than 42. So the first value, is it greater than 42? No, right? And 42 is not greater than 42, it is equal to 42. Only 43 and 44 are greater than 42. So this argument or this code or this line, what it is doing is it is checking against each element of the array whether this condition is true or false. If the condition is true, it is going to give true. If it is false, it is going to return as false. Okay, so the first, if you look at that, this first one, we are checking whether it is greater than 42, and the second one, we are checking whether it is less than 42. Okay, then what we are doing is we are passing that. We are passing that filter array to this array. So it is going to print only when the value is true. Let's do this. 1 minute. I'm going to print both and I'll show you the difference between both. but here I want, this is 1, this is out. Okay, let's do this again. So what's happening here is, first I'm filtering, I'm checking the condition, and it is going to return the Boolean. Then I'm going to pass that Boolean value. See, this is the Boolean that I created, right? I'm passing it, and it is going to only print when there is a true. So for the first statement, we have true for these two, right? These two values. So it printed only this 43 and 44. Are you good, or do you need more explanation on this one? So let's do it here. Yeah, let's do it here. One moment. Let me check it to give you a moment. So I'm going to delete this. Let's do this. So I have this is my array, right? 41, 42. And okay, 44. This is my array. So I'm going to check whether it is greater than 42, right? It is going to check whether it is greater than 42. Okay, which one is greater than 42? Is it greater than 42, this 41?
No.
It is going to be false. And this is, it is equal to 42, but it is not greater than 42. So it is going to false. And this one, it's going to be true. And this one, it's going to be true. So that is what the first step is doing. See the first step. This one, it is just creating that. See, it is going to create the array of the Boolean value. False, false, true, true, because only these two are greater than 42. Are you with me so far? The first condition?
Yeah, I get everything. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So then now we are going to pass this one. So then we are passing this to the array. So when you're going to print, when we are going to pass this Boolean to print, then it is going to print wherever the value is true. Okay. This is how we are filtering for, we are filtering the array. This is the other way to filter the array. So are you good with filtering? Can we move to the next topic?
I have a question.
Yes.
So if you wanted to, could you just say like new array equals array of, and then you just put like array is greater than 42, and it would still work, right?
But it is going to give you only the Boolean value, right?
Like new
So
array.
you want, oh,
array
here, you want it here, right?
Yeah. If you just said like array greater than 42.
Let's try that. Okay, so you want array of so just like this, greater than 42 here.
No, like array of, and then like the square brackets instead of the circle ones.
Okay. Just like this.
Like array, like ARR is greater than 42.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's try this. I'm getting
Oh,
error
instead of like
message
array, it would be ARR.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try that. You're just passing the argument here itself, right? Yeah, it is working. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you can, yeah, this is, so instead of two-step, first you're finding the Boolean and then you're doing it. This is, yeah, that's simple one. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for suggesting this. So you can do this too. So you can directly filter on array. So let's do one more. So let's do array even equal to np dot array. I want 32 4 6. Then let's say I'm saying the same thing, right? Here, array.even, array even, and I want anything greater than anything greater than, let's go for 6, and then print okay, yeah, same thing here, yeah. So instead of this 2-step, we can just pass it here itself. Okay, so are you good with this one? Shall we move to the next one? Okay, so now we are going to slice the array. We talked about how we can concatenate, how we can delete, sort, right? Now we are talking about slicing the array. Okay, in order to slice, slice means you're going to make a sub part of the array, like you're going to divide that array, or you're going to get only a part of the array. So for that, we also need the index. The index is, understanding the index is really a critical part here. So what is the index of number 11 here?
0.
0. So if I'm going to print only index 0, it is going to give me 11. Okay, and 23 is index 1. So if I want to just print the 23, I'm going to pass the value 1. And let's say, so let me print this, give this one to you, and we can play with it. Okay. I pasted the code in the chat. So this is one element, right? Let's say you want everything after, let's say you want just the first 2 elements. So first 2 elements, what the index is 0 and this is 1. So you are saying your starting position is 0 and your ending position is 2. So it will end before 1 item. So what it will do, it will going to print only the index of 0 and 1. Okay. And let's say you want everything after the first item. Let's say you want, you don't want this index, that you don't want that first element in the array. You want the remaining of it, the whole thing. So then you can use this one. See, can you see the column here? So what it is telling you is you want everything after the, like from the first index. So that's what it is doing. So it is going to take the first index and it's going to print everything after the first index. Okay. I think we all studied about this in the list. If you want, go back to our the class we did on list, and it is the same thing. Like whatever we did in the list, it is the same thing. Okay. The next one will be little different, but here whatever we did is the same thing what we did in the list. So if you're going to use the reverse index, let's say if you're going to use the negative, it is going to start from here. So let me go back here. So the index for this one will be the 0, right? The first item in the element is going to be 0, and the second item is going to be 1, 3, and so on. So this is going to be the index. Let's say you want, you want to count from the back. It is going to be like this: -1, -2, -3, and -4. Okay. So from the forward, the index starts with 0. From backward, the index starts with -1. Okay. So when we are referring to the backwards here, so what it is going to do is it is going to print the last 2 items in the array. See, I have the data for last 2. So let's say I want last 3 items. You can just run it and you will see the last 3 items. So when you're using the negative index, it is going to start from the back. When you're using the positive index, it is going to start from the front. And the positive index always starts with 0. The negative index always starts with -1. So this indexing is really important when you're going to do the slicing of your data. When do you want to slice the data? We need to know what is the index of that particular element within the array. Any questions? This is the one-dimension array. Okay. Any questions in the one-dimension array before we move to the next one?
So like for the 0:2, what does that mean again? On the fourth,
it is the start item. Okay, it is going to start with 0. So this is the 0th index, and it is going to end before 2. So it is going. This is the 3rd index, right? It is going to end before 2. That is going. So that is number 1. So let's do the same thing here. Let's do one more time, but it's with the different values to show you the difference. Let's say I want it to 3. So see the difference here. So for 2, it is going to end with the first index. When I'm giving 3, it is going to end before the 3rd index. That means it is going to end with the number 2 index. Can you see the difference between these two?
Yeah,
So
I can see it. So
this is the starting point, this is the ending point. But ending point will be always less than 1. This 2 minus 1.
okay, all right, thank you.
Got it? Any questions before
Yes.
we move to, let's move on to the 2-dimension array. In the homework, I asked to create a dimension array with 6 rows and 7 columns, right? Many of you got right, but I see a lot of them were a little confused on it. I highly recommend you to go back to last week's session and check how you can create an array of 6 dimension with 6 rows and 7 columns. So I have a array of 6 rows and 7 columns. Okay. Now we are going to talk about how we are going to slice part of this array and what are the values you want to get here. So let's go back to Excel. So let me do this one. So we have 1, 2, 3. It is 6 rows and 7 rows. Okay, 7 columns and 6 rows. Okay, so it is going to be start with 8, 9, and 15. I'm just creating the array here so it's easy for us to check. And 22. So we created an array, right? So we have how many rows? 6 rows, right? So it is going to be, this is going to be my rows. And this is going to be my columns. Okay. So can you all see this? Rows and columns, we have 6 rows and 7 columns. Any questions on this one? Like what I mean by the rows and what I mean by the columns. Any questions on this one first? Okay, now we are going to talk about the indexes. So indexes always start with what number?
0.
0, right? Yeah, 0. So my index is going to start like this, 0, 1, 2, 3. So I have my index here. So I'm going to do the same thing, 0, 1. So Python is going to, or NumPy is going to just look into this, okay? So that's the index that we need to have. Whereas the yellow highlighted column is like, for us, when we start, we are going to say, this is the first row, this is the first column, right? That's what we will see. Okay, I want you to know the difference between these two. Then we are going to proceed. Okay, let's say, can you identify the position of 32 in Python values? So you need to start with the rows, then the column. What is the position of this one?
3, 4.
3, 4 rows, then column. Okay, so no, it's 4 and 3. See, because the row is 4 and the column is 3. It's 4 and 3, right? Because 4th row, 3rd column, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do this one, 13. Okay, what is the position of it?
1, 5.
1 and 5. So are you able to understand the position of it, the index of this one? So let's say I want to know all, like if, let's do this one, no. So let's say I want to get all the values for this row. So what will be the value then? So I'm going to just get row number 4, right? All the columns. I want everything for the row number 4. Okay. So just have this in mind and go back. Let's go back to the Collab here. And we have the array, right? This is the array. And we are going to print each and everything based on the position of it. Okay. Let's say it is going, so first I printed the dimension. I want to know the dimension. So it is going to be a 2-dimension. That means it has rows and columns. It is a 2-dimension array. Then I want to know specific values, right? Let's say I want, see this, if I have the semicolon, that means it is going, sorry, not semicolon, colon, it is going to give everything in that one. So what I want is 1 semicolon 3, right? So let's go back there and let's do it there in the example. So what it will print here? I want 1 semicolon 3. So what it is going to print? So it is going to give the first row, okay? And it is going to start from the 3rd column. See, this is the 3rd. This is the row and this is the column. So it is going to give me all these values. If I'm going to use this notation, that means it is going to give me everything from the row, 3rd row, okay? Sorry, 1st row, and anything from column 3. I want anything from column 3. If you go back to your Collab, see, can you see 1 and 3? It gave 11, 18, 25. So whatever, see, it is going to give me all the items here. No, one moment, sorry. It is going to give me the whole, no, one moment. It's going to give me column 3. Let me go back. I think it is not right. Sorry about that, guys. Give me a moment. Let me do it again. So it is going to give all the, it is going to start from the 1 and it is going to give the 3rd row. So it is going to print this one. Let's go back and check. Yes. So when I'm going to say this, it is going to print this. If I'm going to, if I want 1 and 3, so what it is going to give us, it is going to give the whole thing here. So it is going to give me all the items from this row and this until the end. So 1 and 3 is going to be like this. So let's go back. So 1 and 3, it is going to give me the whole thing. See, what it is saying is it is going to give anything from row 1 and on the column 3. So all the values. Any questions on this one? So you're using the position to identify the values here.
Can you post the code in the chat?
Yeah, let me do that. Give me a moment. Yeah, I pasted the code. So we are slicing it based on the dimension. So it always starts with the row and the column. And if I have the colon, that means it is going to get the whole, all the values. So just keep in mind, each and everything plays see here, if I have the colon here, it is different. If I have colon here, it's different. So just try to understand what each and every part of it is doing. Okay. So if you want a specific item, let's say if you want to just print number 40, what will be the value of a 40? Let's say you just want to print the value for 40. You want to get the value for it. What will be your value? What you need to do? Yeah, 4,5. Is it always like row, comma, column, right? 5,4. Let's try this, 5,4. Yeah, so 5,4. So you start with the row, then the column. Okay, so that in that way you will be able to identify the specific item in that array. So always start with the row and the column. Any questions? Are you able to follow this? Take some time to practice this while you have more, like when you are trying to identify each and every element, you will be able to you need to have the muscle memory, right? So I think by practice, you'll be able to get this one. And I think this may be another way to show you. This is the 2D array. And when we are going to 3D array, it is going to be a little more complex with the shapes and the size. So we are not going for the 3D array yet. We are just working on the 1 dimension and 2 dimension array. Once you are kind of really familiar with this, then we can move to 3D array. Probably while we are doing some projects, we can go to the 3D array. Any questions? Okay, then I think we can move to the quiz, whatever we did today. Let me open the quiz. Okay. So, what is the answer for the first one?
Is it numerical?
C.
Yeah, C, numerical Python. That's right. And for the second one?
ND array is the array.
ND array. Yeah, that's right. Good work. And what about this one?
I just put that in Collab and it gave me an error.
Yes, it is error because there is a space. Can you see that there is a space? It is not in there. The answer is error. Yeah, for sure. Because if you look at that print function, see, there is a space and it is not following the normal code. So the answer is error. Okay, good work. Okay, then Numpy operations. What do you think?
D.
D, yeah, all the above. With the NumPy, you can do everything. With NumPy, you can solve any linear algebra equation. I hope you all are familiar with the linear algebra, how you're solving the equation, right? So we can use NumPy to solve it, and it is also used to do all the mathematical and logical, and it is also used to we can do the shape manipulation. Like when you're working with images, you can do all the manipulation, and when you're or linear algebra after calculus, I'm not sure. But the linear equation, do you know linear equation, right? You solve the linear equation, right? So you can solve the linear equation in NumPy, and you can use so when you're done with linear algebra, and if you're going to use NumPy, it is going to be really awesome to solve all those equations. NumPy is really powerful. That's why we want to know all the basics of NumPy. And what about this one? Yeah, okay. It is going to print the array, okay. And what about this one? What will be the output of this? This is the size, right? Okay, size is going to, yes, it is going to count each and every element, right? The size is going to count each and every element, and there are 6 elements in the array, so the size is 6. Okay, what about this one? The dimension. Yeah, it is 1 because it's a 1-dimension array. And choose the unique properties of NumPy. Yeah, it's array. That's right. So array is the unique property of NumPy. We can array is the basic one that NumPy is based on array and array calculation. And okay, then this question: what is the size attribute NumPy used for?
Is it shape?
No, shape is the endim, right? Dimension, right? So this size, we did the size here, right? Size. What it is doing? Sizes checking the number of items in the object, right? It is going to check number of items within the array. So the size attribute is to tell the number of items within the array. And how do you import the NumPy module? Yes, it's, yeah, D. Any other answer for this one? Yeah, you can import in all 3 ways. So what is this NP? So what we are doing is the standard convention is import NumPy as NP. Why we are doing is we don't need to call as NumPy every time. Otherwise, what we need to do is wherever we are using, see this one NP, right? If we don't have the abbreviation, every time when we are calling NP, we need to call NumPy. That's why we are using an alias or a nickname. So it is easy when we are coding. Okay. So good job on the quiz, guys. And any questions in the quiz? Yeah, I haven't used this one, the first one. That's right. I never see this one, but that's an available option. So it is going to import everything from NumPy. Okay. Any questions on this quiz?
For number 8, why isn't the answer B?
Number 8?
Oh, 8.
Number 8. Number 8, the unique properties of NumPy. This one? It is array, right? It is array. Okay.
Oh, wait, what do you mean by unique properties?
So NumPy is based on, so this reshape, shape, all those things are based on the array, right? Everything we are doing in NumPy is based on the array. See, everything is array based. We are creating an array, we are manipulating an array, we are slicing, sorting, everything is based on array. So in NumPy, all the it is the array, the dynamic, the array is the basis for the NumPy. When you go to pandas, it is going to be data frame, whereas for NumPy, it is going to be the array. So here you put shape, or what did you use?
I didn't understand what unique property meant, but now I think I get it.
Okay, so because the reshape is a property of reshape is the function of the array, right? You can use the reshape to change the array, and the shape you can shape it. So array is the basic unique property. The NumPy is basically based on the array function. So that's why it is a unique property of array.
Okay.
NumPy. Yeah. Okay. So so for the homework, you all, Elric, Prince, and Varsha, you went above and beyond the homework requirement. I can see the efforts you put together in the homework, and the Prince, I like the way you explained each and everything, why we need to import each and every code. You kind of explained it. It is really helpful, and you put efforts. I can see all of you did really good on the homework, but these three went above and beyond. That's why I want to recognize all three. And I see a lot of people have issues with the first problem, when I want to create an array. See, this is the answer. This is the answer. So you can create in any ways, but I want with is array with 6 rows and 7 columns. So just I'm going to post some I may be posting any one of your solution of the answer key, and you can go ahead and review the question one again. Okay. And other thing I want to talk about is the Kaggle. So can you all go to the Kaggle page, kaggle.com? And here you can find various competitions, and you can find the courses. So I want you to work as a team or work as the individual. And can you work on any of the data set and start working on this one, whatever that you like. See, this is for the training. See, this one, they have it for training, house prices. You have the data here, you have the code. Somebody might have worked with the code. So you can go and check what they have done with the code. See, whatever we learned so far with NumPy, if there are any code, you can try to check and learn the code, or have some hands-on experience, or replicate whatever items you want. You can replicate. Just try to replicate it. See this one. Let's look at the data code. See, they are using NumPy and Pandas here. So when you're working in Pandas, you will be able to do all this code. But whatever they work with NumPy, try to get your hands wet, and try to. We will be working on a project in Kaggle. So before diving into the project, I want you to choose any topic and try to look into their code and understand what they are trying to do.
I have a question.
Yes.
So do you want us to go through all the, one of the competition ones, or can it be any data set at all that has?
You can work on any data sets too. See, if you look at the data sets, you have for each and every data sets, let's say I'm just randomly going to click this one. For each and every data set, they will also have code. You can check here too, what they have done so far. Go to their code, and there are a lot of libraries they are importing, and they are using the library to do that. but it's a good way to explore yourself with the code and how they are writing the code. That is the other thing you may need to check, like how people are, see, they are using all the comments. See, can you see that they are using all the comments and they are explaining what they are doing in each and every step. So yeah, go ahead.
So is this our homework, like to go on Kaggle and do one of those, or is that just...
Maybe I can assign this as a homework too. You can work on any data set or any competition. I found this really interesting, this evaluating student writing. You are going to write the college essays, right? For sure, you are going to apply for college and you're going to work on the college essays. See, there is a competition from Georgia Tech. What they want to do is analyze the college essays they submitted. So see, when you read it, you will get an input like how you need to write your essays also, right? It's a win-win situation for both. You know what the colleges are expecting, and you can write accordingly too, right? So explore it, and see, they always give you the data set, and when you go to the code, you can work on the code like, yeah, let's do this heat prediction map. So everywhere they start with NumPy. See, can you see they always start with NumPy and pandas. So they are going to import the data, and after the importing data, they are going to do some analysis, and they use whatever you learned in Python. See, they have the function, they are creating a functions and calling it.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So if you go back, and back again, I think.
Let me go to the home page. It's the home page.
Like when you were showing us the writing code.
Writing, it is in the competition. It's in the competition. And this is the feedback prize evaluating student writing. So if you look at that, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that one of the, I think, files or like something, when you clicked on code or like data or one of them, it said training. Oh yeah,
it's training.
So it's
and
just
tested.
It's like an AI thing where they have to train the code.
Yeah, so what they provided two items, right? So this is the trained data set. So what is it is going to give you is it is going to give you, this is the training files. So you're going to work with this training files, and then based on some analysis, you will be predicting what you need to do in the test file. So here, look at the data description, you will see. See, data, the data contains argumentative essays written by your students grades 6 to 12. The essays were annotated by expectators. So read this. It is going to give you all the information about the data. So the train CSV is going to give you all the training data. So you will be working with the training data, and when you predict something, you will be using the test data to submit. So here the code, we can look at one of the code. Just let's look at that one. So they are importing all the libraries, and they are importing the file, the train file in the pandas, and they are doing some plotting here. So they are doing some graph. It will tell us what are the, like with the graphing, you will get a visual effect of the data, right? Then they are going to check, they have some functions, they created something, some code to analyze the data. Then what they are going to do is they will be adding certain variables here, or they will be doing some analysis. Based on the analysis, they will be predicting the final output. Okay. So just try to explore this one and look into that. See, it is kind of an open source. You can check each and everybody's code and see how they approached the problem, how they did the data analysis for that particular problem. And here are the ratings. That means gold, bronze, silver. So gold is the highest rating, and bronze is the bronze, silver, and you have the honorable mentions too. And you can see in the leaderboard who worked on this one. Sometimes you can check their codes here too. So I highly recommend you to just go over any one of the training, like any one of the competition or the data set, and go look into the data, look into the code they have used. And in this way, you have some practical exposure of what we are learning today. And I will post the homework soon. I don't have the homework created yet. I will post it, and I'm not sure we'll be using TensorFlow. Not sure right now. My agenda is going to, by today's class, we'll be done with NumPy. And from the next class, for next 2 class, we'll be working on pandas, and we'll be working on plotting the data in the graph. And in the other class, we'll be doing some real-time project. So I'm not sure we'll be using TensorFlow, not sure. But you can try explore on your own. A plotting model, I'm planning to use Matplotlib and Seaborn. Those 2 we are planning to use. No. So Matplotlib, there are various ways to do it. It is tons and tons. But we have only like specific hours to cover, right? So this is what I'm planning to do. If you want to work on certain projects and present in the class, that is okay with me. I can give like 15 to 20 minutes. You can work on any libraries, and you can share whatever you have learned. In that way, you can explore your presentation skill, as well as you can show your fellow students how to explore that library. Sounds good? Any questions before I wind up the class? So we are on the top of the hour. I think we are good, and I really appreciate your efforts. Try to explore more and learn more, and we will see you in next week. Thank you all for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe and like. If you have any questions, you can email info@agoramastercode.org or comment below and we'll reply back. Maybe. And if you want to see practice things or anything about us, you can visit our website, which is basically the end of the email but without the info and the end.